So last night I got an email from this modeling agency because I submitted to them a few weeks ago and they hit me back a few weeks ago inviting me to an open casting. I got the email, the confirmation link just last night. And I started thinking about my identity and I started thinking about who I am when I show up into these spaces. I've been modeling for 5 years. Something that I think has had me in a gorilla grip for the past 5 years is like my confidence, my esteem, my identity, and what I attach myself to. I went to this fashion show a couple weeks ago, I want to say a couple weekends ago. I saw one of, my model girly peoples, and she made a comment about being a model, you don't want to be a pick-me, but you kind of feel like a freaking pick-me. And it's so true. And because of that feeling, I find myself being a recluse a lot. Last night, I started journaling about that, about my identity. When I was thinking about it last night, I was kind of thinking about it from I want to be picked sort of place. Who do I have to show up as? And I feel like that's bullshit. I'm gonna be good either way because I'm still that girl. I am still beautiful. I am still gorgeous. I am still worthy. I'm still enough, regardless of absolutely anything. But something that I struggle with, I am very, very heady. I be in my head a lot. I'm very heady, and I find it difficult to detach my emotions from who I am. Fast forward to this morning, and I started watching this YouTube video. This girl was talking about her personal journey with identity and discovering who she is. The video that I was watching was like a reminder of you are you. I am me. I am Jessica. You are you, and everything else is what you as a spirit, frequency, vibration are experiencing. I am not the emotion or pain I experience. I am Jessica, me experiencing emotion, pain, trauma. Identity, I believe, is something that we make up, and we're constantly making up or quote unquote adding to ourselves as we go through life and as we experience things. And the more that you tell yourself you are something, then that's what your experience is, and that's who you are, and that's what you're going to be. As within, so without. Whatever we believe, whatever we know and are convicted in is constantly manifesting itself. It's all connected. Identity, what we're manifesting, it just really makes me want to connect to what is my purpose. And not only that, it also makes me feel like in the meantime, in between time, I really want to experience joy. And I just want to choose to enjoy all of this. I don't want to attach myself to stress at all. If I'm going to attach myself to anything or make my identity this thing that low-key, it's kind of made up, but I want to attach it to something peaceful and something meaningful and something that is joyful. If I'm going to attach myself to something or believe in anything or believe myself to be something, at least I'm going to make it peaceful in the meantime, in between time. And I'm going to make it loving and fun and at ease and belief-based, conviction-based, confidence-based. I think that there is a part of me that still desires to intellectualize that. And it makes me feel like it does give me confidence because it's I could do this if I want to and it doesn't matter. I think the thing that for me is kind of daunting, I don't know if the word is daunting, but the whole world doesn't operate this way. The world doesn't operate here in a state of you can be whatever you want, We can literally be anything, and the only thing that we can hope for is to use our light and our vibration and our frequency for the best that we can do in this life. Not everyone exists there. A lot of people are like on autopilot, and they're not very aware of even their breath. I know that I personally be having to be like, am I like, girl, you remember you breathing, right? Like, remember to breathe. I guess the thing that's also kind of hard is like, emotions are not going to go anywhere because we're supposed to experience them. We wouldn't have them if we weren't supposed to experience them. The goal, however, is to not make our emotions our identity, because we're not stress, we're not anxiety, we're not any of those things. We are simply beings who are experiencing those things. Then we have this help from this all-knowing being that is God, spirit, the universe, whatever, that helps us with our woes. And in that capacity, we're not alone in anything that we experience, like literally at all. That's kind of crazy to think about. I could be anything that I want to be, and I could do anything that I want to do, and I can attach myself to whatever I want to attach myself to. With that being said, with also the awareness that we are all souls, frequencies, vibrations, and we come from this frequency of that is love, like at its core. It's always been love. Then I'm gonna be that. Then I'm that. That is my quote unquote identity. Not because it's what happened to me, or what it's what my experience has been, or what it's the energy or the emotion that I'm experiencing in that moment, but because that is who I am. That's who I've always been. So I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be that. When I show up in spaces, I'm gonna be love, and I'm gonna be acceptance, and I'm gonna be proud of myself and motivated and happy and loud if I want to be, or whatever, because that's who I am, and that's who I want to be. Period. Anyway.